Through the pouring rain, a motorcade bore the casket of a young man. Thousands of officers saluted their fallen colleague, a fitting tribute for Pierzchala, who only ever wanted to be a police officer. Also paying respects, many who never knew him but were touched by his story.
This is hitting too close to home. And, my heart just breaks for all officers and their families.
The Ontario Provincial Police officer was 28 and had just learned he had passed probation when he approached a vehicle in a ditch and was fatally shot.
And his brave young man died just 2 days after Christmas. It's yet another difficult reminder that the job of a police officer is one of total commitment.
Also attending his funeral, the ambassador to Canada from Poland, where the Pierzchala family is from.
Polish dramatic history shows how people of Polish origin value service to their country, to their community, to those they care for.
Being Greg's younger brother.
And finally, Pierzchala's siblings expressing their loss in public for the first time. They painted a portrait of a devoted brother and son and a man of faith whose interests went far beyond police work.
He would come home every week to spend time with the family, and when it was time for him to go back to work, he always made sure that he said a proper goodbye to everyone in the family. For me, he'd barge into my room with a grin on his face, and he'd give me a nice, firm handshake.
He loved art. He would tell me about his plans to dedicate a whole room in his future house where he could go and stare at artwork after a long day.
200 kilometers from the funeral, in the place where Pierzchala worked and died, a book of condolences is growing. He was the youngest of 6 Canadian police officers to die on the job in just 4 months. Sumanac-Johnson, CBC News, Toronto.